Good evening, guys. Back again with another vlog. A bit of a night ride. I actually come out to drop a friend who's boarding a bus from nearby. So we're currently under this expressway. So it's a pretty decent place to rev bomb the engine. So I'll just turn the bike around and then we'll get a rev bomb out of it. So the Dominar, I'm done around 10,400 kilometers. Overall, I find the bike to be a very decent machine. Mileage wise, city handling wise, power distribution wise, it's all very great. And I'm really satisfied in the around year and a half experience that I have with the bike. So I'll just turn the bike around and give it some rev bombs. This is the off ramp of the expressway. I'm turning back into the tunnel of sorts which crosses below it. The normal engine sound and bomb time. Second bomb. Yeah, 400cc, 35 bhp, 35 newton meters of torque, given at a very handleable and friendly rev range. So this translates actually to a really decent city performer. It gives really good mileage if driven in a proper way. I've actually switched the engine oil from the standard Bajaj Total to the Motul 7100 10W50, which is a full synthetic oil. I use the specified 1.5 liters. I add a bit more according to the marking which is there on the engine window to see the amount of engine oil. There's a certain marking of the low level and the high level. I try to keep it towards the high level, even though I may need to put in a bit more than 1.5 liters. Sorry for the cough. So we will be going on the off ramp only. So yeah, let's experience the ride. Currently have a friend of mine sitting behind me. Another thing I like about the Dominar is the headlight. Okay, it's not very good in foggy conditions or rainy conditions, but apart from that, normal conditions, this is a low beam. And moment I switch to the high beam, it's decent. Yeah, the only thing I'm not very satisfied about is the beam spread. As you can see, the left part of the road is covered, but the right part of the road is not covered. So that's the only problem I found with it. And plus, another drawback is that the high beams usually have a tendency to blind the people who are in front of me. So I don't prefer riding on high beams like this with the DRLs on. I prefer the low beam, and if you want, you can adjust it to the height standardization that you want, and that should be good enough. If you want, you can also fit auxiliary lights. Either you fit it on the Shayatri leg guards or on the stock leg guards. But one thing that needs to be made sure is that you do not directly connect it to the battery, but you have a certain sort of cutoff in which the terminals are connected. So that's the toll plaza on the Lucknow Expressway. So we'll be continuing on the off-road. We need to actually exit from here, but there's some construction going on the left side while returning. That's why you're not able to take the bike side toll. And I don't know why these officials here are charging money for when I have to use the other car toll plazas. So this is a really decent road. One of the best roads in India. It's a really cool place to drive on. It's around 9 o'clock at night. Less traffic. The only thing is it's covered with fields on all sides. That side the full field. This side the high patch of the expressway. So safety may be a bit of an issue, but I've used this place since a very long time, so I find that it's fine. There are some pretty dark corners over here, so if you're bringing your lady friends around, it's not safe, really. But if you're alone or if you're with a group of riders, it's comparatively safe because you have the numbers advantage. Okay, I need to switch to high beam here to at least have a decent view. There are some villages around here, people who use this on a daily basis, people sleeping on cots like that. Just beside that is one of the best roads of the country. So, it's a pretty neat thing. If you really come from a 100cc or 150cc bike to this bike, you will not feel that sudden surge in power. It won't scare you. Initially, if you're really not used to the weight, then it may scare you at slow U-turns, but once you get used to the weight, the power will not scare you anytime. It's not like moving to a 600cc or a 1000cc where you will be really afraid of the power. The power delivery is really abrupt. You may not be able to handle it, you may not be used to it, and it can be scary. So we will be turning around. Hopefully another rev bomb. That's better. The engine's pretty heated up now. It's an optimum temperature. So we will be taking a U-turn over here. The turning radius is actually pretty big. So if you're not careful, the turning radius may also shock you. The turning radius is actually a side effect of having a long wheelbase. But the positive side is you get great highway stability and high-speed stability in a straight line. But the cornering is a bit affected due to the weight and the tires. The MRF RevZs, they are a decent rubber, but if you really want to push those corners, if you really want to ride hard, they're not a very decent set of tires. If you want to upgrade in the cheaper range, you can go for the Metzeler's, or you can go for the Michelin Pilot Street 2. Or if you really want the utmost performance and don't care for tire life, you just want to do track days, corners, ride hard, you can go for the Pirelli Diablos, which come in the 150 section for the rear and the front tire also. I'm forgetting the section width. I'm a bit of a cold, but yeah, biking is a passion and we'll do anything for it. As I was saying, I'm around 10,400 kilometers now. I had done the first service at around 800 in the past videos, and I didn't do the second servicing at 5,000. I straight away did the third servicing at around 8,800, 9,000 kilometers. And the rest of it I did it on my own with the help of my father at home. So I feel that all bikers should know about their bike. They should spend time with the bike, get to know it. It's a relation between the bike and the rider which actually promotes the culture of biking and riding. When you're out touring, the only companion you have is either your pillion or your groupies or your bike. That's the only thing you need to trust. So if you do not know your bike properly, if you do not know the ins and outs and everything of your bike, you may be in trouble. So I really feel, okay, mechanics, if you have a really serious job to do, then I can suggest you to go to a mechanic or the service center. But I really feel for the normal bits and all that, there are thousands of DIY videos available on the internet. You can see any of them. There are some really good motovloggers who provide some really decent DIY instructions. You can follow them and they will never lead you astray. It's a pretty risky patch because there are speeding cars down here and I have to cross the road. Wherever are bikes? Can't see a bike there, there's one. Okay, the law enforcement also. They are for our protection only. Until unless we're doing something wrong, there's no problem. Okay, I guess they are inquiring about something. So yeah, let's find out what they're asking about, and then I'll come back to you. So yeah, goodbye for now. We'll meet in the next vlog. And fine, ride safe. Take care.